My beloved child, when the last 3 candles begin to fade, the dawn of true light draws near. Advent is not merely a season of waiting for the birth of Jesus, but a journey of the soul being purified to welcome his coming. The 3 old things, your past, your need for control and false light, must pass away so that your heart may become the place where heaven's dawn can arise. This is not loss, but the beginning of holy renewal. There are nights when the sky seems to thicken with silence, when every trace of light appears swallowed up, when your heart wonders, has the light disappeared? But my child, it is in the darkest nights that dawn is nearest. When the final candles flicker out, my true light is about to break forth. Advent is such a season, a time of stillness, of waiting, of refining, of the sacred turning between darkness and light. It is not just a date upon the calendar, but a divine heartbeat between heaven and earth, where I breathe softly into the souls of those who know how to be still and wait. In this season, I am performing a deep renewal in the soul of humanity, and you are part of this sacred transformation. The 3 candles will fade before the dawn, not because darkness prevails, but because the true light is very near. Everything old, every false or temporary light, everything that has held you back or led you astray, is being removed, so that my light, pure, untainted, and radiant, may shine fully within you. Advent is heaven's invitation for you to cleanse the chambers of your heart, the dwelling place where I am about to abide. Just as a home must be prepared before welcoming an honored guest, so must your soul be cleansed of lingering shadows before true light can fill it. And tonight I say to you, this is the hour for those 3 candles to fade, that my dawn may rise. Each candle represents a part of you, things that once seemed to give light, yet could only glow for a short while. They once served their purpose, bringing warmth in the night and helping you find your way in moments of uncertainty. But now they must burn out so you may behold the true light, me, your Redeemer, the eternal flame that never goes out. These 3 candles are named the past, control, and false light. They are not enemies, but temporary companions allowed to walk beside you only for a time. Yet now, as my dawn approaches, you must let them go. For when the sun rises, candles are no longer needed. When true light shines, every lesser light must fade. Imagine someone holding 3 small candles, while the morning breaks those faint flames, instead of illuminating, only blur the beauty of the sunrise. So it is with you. If you cling to what is old, if you grasp for control, if you try to light your own way by your strength, you will miss the dawn rising before your eyes. Let me extinguish each candle one by one, not to plunge you into darkness, but to teach you to trust my light, not your own. The first candle I will extinguish is the candle of the past. It is a dim, flickering light that casts its glow backward, causing you to keep your eyes on where you've been rather than where you are being called to go. I know there are memories that still ache, words that pierced your heart, faces, places, and sounds that still stir pain within you. I see it all, my child. I never overlook your tears, nor do I despise your scars. But hear me, your past is not your home, it is your classroom. You were never meant to live forever in the school of sorrow. You were made to graduate, to move forward, to continue the journey. When you look back, you see fear, guilt, and regret, but when you look up, you see grace. The past is where I redeemed you, not where you must redeem yourself. Let me extinguish this candle, for it no longer lights your path ahead. You once said to me, "But Father, I'm afraid to let go. If I forget, does it mean I'm betraying what I've been through?" No, my child. Forgiveness is not betrayal of memory. It is the liberation of the soul from the chains of memory. Forgiveness does not erase the past. It removes its power over you. I have seen your struggle with the shadows of yesterday. I know the nights you've turned restlessly, wishing you could have done things differently. But my child, if it was mine to restore, I have already done so. And if it was never yours to bear, I have removed it. Stop questioning yourself, for I have defined you not by your mistakes, but by my grace. When you cling to what is gone, you hold on to ashes. Yet I am not in the ashes, I am in the flame ahead of you. I long to rekindle your life with new light, the light of forgiveness, freedom, and true peace. The candle of the past will fade, but you will lose nothing. You will only be freed from the weight that once bowed your head. You will stand tall again, unburdened, renewed, and free. The second candle I will extinguish is the candle of control. This is the candle you have held onto the longest, so familiar that you mistook it for a companion, when in truth it has been an invisible chain binding your soul. You lit it from fear, fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of not having everything within your grasp. You believed that if you could control everything, you would have peace. But my child, true peace never comes from holding on, it comes from surrender. I see how you plan and calculate, how you measure, and predict how you worry when things do not go as you expected. You do not realize that in your striving to control, you are stepping out of the sacred rhythm of my will. I am the one who governs the universe, who commands the sun to rise and the seas to stop at their borders. I have never allowed a single star to fall from its course, so why would you think I would ever let your life slip from my hands? When you try to control everything, you are carrying a burden that was never meant for you. You are doing my work, and that is why your soul grows weary, your heart grows tired, and your joy slowly fades away. My child, let that candle burn out. Let its dim light die, for it only blinds you to the true light. Control makes you think you are in charge, but in reality it dethrones me from the center of your heart. Remember this, my beloved, I never asked you to understand everything, I asked you to trust. When you understand, you lean on reason. When you trust, you lean on me. That difference determines the entire journey of faith. If you insist on explaining everything, you will miss the miracle of surrender. But if you dare to say, Father, I don't understand, but I trust you, then at that very moment, heaven opens and I can move. See this Advent season as an invitation to relearn the art of resting in me. The world tells you to move faster, to do more, to prove more. But I say, be still and know that I am God. Every great miracle is born out of stillness. A seed does not sprout amid noise, but in the quiet depths of the earth where no one sees. I know you feel uneasy when you are not in control. I know you fear that if you let go, everything will fall apart. But my child, if things fall apart when you release them, they were never built to last. What comes from me will withstand the test of time. Let me hold it for you. You were never created to carry the weight of the world. You were made to rest upon me. When you release control, it does not mean you have become weak. It means you have become wise. Only when your hands are free can I place something new within them. When you relax your grip, I can lead. When you are silent, I can speak. When you wait, I can act. Remember, slowness in the spirit is not delay, it is the rhythm of obedience. I am teaching you to move with the wind, not against it. The wind of the Spirit blows wherever I desire. If you cling to your old maps, you will lose direction. But if you let go and allow the wind to carry you, you will arrive at places you could never reach on your own. True faith does not need a map. It needs only my voice. My child, there will be seasons when I make you stop, not because you are wrong, but because I want you to learn to walk with me instead of running ahead of me. I know you are a doer, one who longs to see results. But let me teach you something deeper. Obedience matters more than success. Success may bring pride, but obedience produces holiness. I do not need you to control the plan. I only need you to keep your heart in the right place, resting in my presence. When you are in me, nothing can harm you. Every crooked path, every trial, every delay is being woven together by my hand into grace. The candle of control is burning low in your hand. Let it fade. Let the true light, the light of faith, of rest, of surrender, fill your soul. When you stop trying to steer, you will realize that I have been guiding all along. When you no longer hold the helm, you will see that your ship has not drifted astray. It is sailing straight into the harbor of peace I have prepared for you. Let these days become a season of surrender. Release the grip of your hand, let your breath synchronize with mine. When you stop controlling, you begin to live. When you stop striving, you begin to believe. And when you believe, the true light begins to shine. The third candle I will extinguish is the candle of false light. It is the brightest of all, yet also the most deceptive. You once thought it was my light because it looked beautiful, because it felt warm, because it made you believe you were doing the right thing. But my child, not every light comes from heaven. Some lights are but faint reflections of true glory, like the moon shining on the water, shimmering yet never giving warmth. False light is everything you chase to fill the emptiness that only I can fill. It may be the approval of others, outward joy, worldly success, or even religious activity without heart. It makes you believe you are drawing closer to me, yet it quietly traps you in cycles of exhaustion and pride. You strive to do what is good, but you no longer seek what is true. You run toward the light, forgetting to ask, "Where does this light come from?" I have seen you, my child, the nights when you were exhausted from striving to be perfect. You wanted to serve me, yet you forgot to rest in me. You worked for me, yet you forgot to be with me. That is how false light begins. It bears my name, but slowly steals the peace that only I can give. It draws your eyes to appearances while disconnecting you from the roots. It gives you applause, but robs you of the whisper in your spirit. My child, true light does not boast. It does not come with noise, but with stillness. It does not weary you, it revives you. True light does not make you shine, it exalts me. False light, however, makes you live for the gaze of others instead of my gaze. It makes you afraid of losing your position instead of fearing the loss of my presence. It teaches you how to be right in the eyes of the world while slowly distancing you from my heart. I know false light feels comfortable. It feels safe because it does not demand transformation. But true light always calls for surrender. True light burns away what is impure. True light exposes even the corners you do not wish to see. Yet only in true light will you find true freedom. I am coming to extinguish that candle, not to leave your life in darkness, but to show you that darkness is not frightening when I am your source of light. I will extinguish it by shaking what you thought was secure, not to destroy but to awaken. I will show you that there are places you thought were filled with light that were merely stages without me at the center. You will watch some of your lights fade. Things that once made you feel strong will suddenly lose their meaning. People who once made you feel seen will drift away. Paths that once gleamed brightly will dim. But do not grieve, my child, for dawn is coming. The dawn does not need artificial lamps. When the sun rises, every candle fades. When true glory appears, pretense has no place to stand. I will give you a different kind of light, one that does not dazzle or impress, but is deep and real. It is the light that shines from within the light of my presence flowing through a surrendered soul. It is the light of humility, of gratitude, of love that seeks no proof. When that light shines, others will not merely see you in me, they will see me in you. In this season, let every false light fade. Pause and ask yourself, does this light draw me closer to the Father? Does it make me more peaceful, more humble, more loving? If the answer is no, then let that candle die out. Let me be your true light, the light that never changes, never depends on emotion or circumstance. When the false lights fade, your eyes will open to what they have never seen before, the light of my presence woven into the smallest things. You will see me in the gentle smile of a stranger, in the breath of morning, in the quiet prayer whispered at midnight. True light is not far. It has always been here, waiting for you to turn off the artificial glow so that you may finally recognize it. So, my beloved child, do not fear when the lights around you go out. Do not panic when the things that once gave you confidence disappear. It is in that very moment that you will find me, not as light outside of you, but as the light within you. And when you learn this truth, no darkness will ever be able to threaten you again. When the 3 candles have burned out, when darkness seems to swallow everything, that is the very moment my true light begins to rise. The dawn never arrives with celebration. It comes in silence. It does not come amid music, but when all of creation holds its breath in stillness. And that, my child, is the Advent season, the time when heaven and earth pause together so that light from above may pierce the world. The dawn does not burst forth in noise. It comes softly like a whisper, yet strong enough to tear apart the darkness that has lingered too long. When true light comes, all false lights vanish, all fears bow low, and your soul knows beyond doubt the living one is here. I am the true light. I did not come to overwhelm you, but to revive you. I did not come to condemn, but to illuminate the path that leads you home. I did not come to add light, but to be the source of all light. When you allow me to enter, not a single shadow in your soul can remain. My child, my light does not shine upon you from the outside, it rises from within. When you make room for me in the center of your being, that light begins to spread, not through display but through peace, not through loud voices but through a heart that knows how to be still. True light does not need defense, for nothing can extinguish it. It does not depend on circumstance, it is not swayed by emotion, and it does not change with the seasons. When my light abides within you, you can walk through storms and remain at peace. You can stand in the fire and not be burned. Those who live in true light are not perfect, they are surrendered. They do not shine because of themselves, but because I dwell within them. And I am calling you, my child, to be one of them, to be a bearer of unfading light, a keeper of unending flame, one whose very presence causes darkness to retreat. When my true light rises, the first thing it touches are the places you thought were dead, forgotten dreams, broken relationships, the pieces of your soul you believed could never be restored. All will live again. You once thought you had to forget to move on, but I tell you, you will remember without pain. My light does not erase memory, it erases fear. It transforms what once made you weak into testimony of strength. It turns ashes into the soil where new life grows. Advent is not merely a season of waiting, it is a season of restoration. When my light shines, you will see the things you never dared to hope for bloom again, for in my light nothing is ever too late. My child, when the dawn comes, I do not merely renew the scenery, I realign the soul. You will begin to know who you truly are, not one led by darkness, but one sent forth to carry light wherever you go. The very things you once feared will become the things you conquer. The limits that once bound you will become your launching ground. You will stand in the position I ordained for you since the foundation of the world. You will no longer seek approval, for you will know you have been chosen. You will no longer need to prove yourself, for the true light within you will speak on its own. When I establish your place, I do not follow the maps of this world. I lead you down roads you did not expect, to meet people you never imagined, and to open doors you once lacked the courage to knock upon. Yet you will see every step bears the imprint of my hand. My child, the dawn does not keep its light to itself, it shares it with the whole sky. In the same way, when you allow my true light to rise within you, you become a torch for those still wandering in the night. You do not need to be perfect to shine. You only need to be faithful. You only need to say, Father, use me, and I will make you a lamp set upon a hill, not to glorify you, but that others may see me through you. When you carry the true light, your words will bring healing, your presence will bring peace, and your eyes will become windows of hope. You will no longer live to be noticed, but to illuminate. And in that light you will find a joy that nothing can steal. My beloved, when the true dawn rises, the world will change. Just as the earth trembles when the first light touches it, your soul will awaken. Everything I promised is now taking shape. Everything you've long awaited is unfolding. True light does not only shine outward, it makes all things new within you. Your mind will be renewed. Your heart will be healed. Your breath will be restored. The tears you once hid will become jewels in my hand. Do not fear when things begin to change. Do not fear when old doors close. Remember, the dawn always brings the song of birds, no matter how silent the night before. The stillness of the old season is only the sign that a new one is being born. And now I speak to you, the dawn has come. The true light is no longer distant, it is within you, flowing through you, and it will shine to the ends of the earth. My child, I extinguish the 3 candles, not to let your life fall into darkness, but to help you see that my light has never left. I allowed the night to come not to destroy you, but so that you would learn to cherish the morning. I allowed you to lose, not to leave you empty, but so that you would know what it means to be filled with me. Therefore, in this Advent season, rise not with fear, but with faith and gratitude. Open your heart, let go, and prepare for the true light. Let all that is false fade away, and let what is true be born anew. When the 3 candles die out, my dawn is rising. Let that light guide you not only through this season, but through all your days. For I am the light of the world, and whoever walks in me will never dwell in darkness, but will have the light of life. My beloved, my light will never be extinguished. When everything else in you fades, remember I remain. When every other voice grows silent, know that I am still speaking. When every door closes, trust that I am opening a new dawn. Let this Advent be the beginning of a journey of light where you no longer chase fleeting candles but walk in the true light which is me. For I am the unfading light, the unchanging light, the eternal light, and you, my child, are the dawn I have chosen to illuminate the world. This Advent will not be like any other you have known. It is not merely a time marked on a calendar, it is a sacred moment in my eternal plan, when I stir the still waters to awaken sleeping souls. Across the earth, my hand is shaking, the foundations man believed could never fall. What was hidden will be brought to light. What seemed unshakable will tremble. But do not fear, my child. You are not standing outside of this. You are part of my plan. You have been chosen to stand firm in the storm, not to be overwhelmed by it. This storm does not come to destroy, but to deliver. It comes to purify, to separate light from darkness, truth from imitation, gold from impurity. When the world trembles in confusion, you will stand in peace. When others seek refuge in fear, you will find shelter in my presence. You will not be swept away with the crowd, for you have been trained in the secret place, where it is only you and me. You have learned to hear my voice in the silence, to feel the rhythm of heaven in every breath. And now all of this has been preparing you for this very moment. You thought the long seasons of trial were meaningless, but it was there that I refined you. Each time you were broken, I gathered the fragments and shaped them into something new. Each time you felt delayed, I was not setting you back. I was drawing you closer to your true purpose. You have never been lost. You have been led along a path that only the steadfast can walk. And now, my beloved child, the season of transformation has come. Be alert. Keep your heart still amid the noise of the world. Do not rush to follow the voices outside, for I do not speak in chaos. I speak in the stillness of the Spirit. Spend time with me, not out of duty, but from a longing to draw near. In those quiet moments, I will whisper to you things the world cannot hear. I will give you strategy, wisdom, and direction for the days ahead. You will hear my voice clearer than ever, but to do so you must withdraw from the noise of busyness. Make room for me within your soul, for only in that space can I fill you. My Spirit will stir you through dreams. Write them down, for they are not random. My words will echo in the most ordinary moments, while you work, while you walk, even while you breathe. Each time you open Scripture, I will breathe new life into the familiar words. What you have read 100 times will suddenly shine with fresh revelation. I will open your eyes to see what you could not see before, to understand what only the Spirit can reveal. I am unlocking the mysteries of heaven not to astonish you, but to prepare you for your assignment. You will discern what is true and what is temporary. You will recognize who I have sent and who merely echoes the world. I will give you the eyes of an eagle to see farther, higher, and clearer, no longer clouded by emotion or fear. My child, do not fear loss. In this season, loss is not punishment, it is deliverance. There are things I must remove because they cannot go with you into the new season. There are relationships I must allow to drift away because they hold you back from destiny. There are doors I must close because I am about to open the windows of heaven. When you lose what you thought was essential, you will receive what you truly need. When you release what you love, you will grasp what I have ordained. For every bond I loosen, I will bring divine connections, people who share your vision, your faith, and your mission. For every comfort removed, I will pour in courage. For every fear shattered, I will release a radiant faith. For every rejection you endure, you will see that I was redirecting you toward where you truly belong. Remember, my beloved, I do not shout, I speak in a gentle breeze. When you learn to be still, you will hear the beating of my heart. Advent is a sacred season of waiting, not waiting in anxiety, but waiting in hope. You are living in a holy moment in history, where heaven touches earth, where ancient promises are being fulfilled. When the world sees chaos, you must see the opportunity for light to rise. My child, I am calling you out of your comfort zone. I am inviting you to leave the familiar shore and step onto the waters of faith. You cannot yet see the path, but know that I am the path. As you step forward, the ground will form beneath your feet. When you say, "Yes, Lord," I will open doors that no one can close. In this season, I will not only bless you, I will make you a blessing to others. And when you feel weak, remember that in your weakness, my power is made perfect. When you do not know what to do, simply whisper, "Lord, I trust you, and I will take care of the rest." Advent is not only a time when you wait for me, it is the time when I prepare you. I am equipping you for an assignment for a harvest of souls beyond your imagination. Every trial you've endured was not in vain. Each one was a stepping stone to this hour. You are called to stand in your generation as a sign of hope, to remind them that light still exists, that I am still at work. Be vigilant. Keep your heart pure. Walk in faith. Do not fear the shaking, for it does not come to bring you down, but to lift you higher. This season will not be easy, but it will be holy. You will not walk alone, for I am the one who goes before you and stands behind you. And when this Advent season draws to a close, you will look back and realize nothing was lost. Everything was transformed. I have made you stronger, deeper, and closer to my heart. The storm did not drown you, it carried you nearer to me. My beloved child, when the 3 candles fade, do not be afraid. Darkness has not won it, only means the dawn is near. In this Advent season, I am calling you to release what no longer belongs to the light, the past control and false light. Only when these things are surrendered can the true light rise within you. Now let your heart be still. Let your breath slow, and allow my Holy Spirit to touch you in the silence. I know you have walked through seasons of darkness and have had to let go of things you loved, but today I want you to know nothing you have lost was in vain. Let this Advent become the season in which you return to the true light. I am rekindling the flame within you, warming the cold corners of your heart, and teaching you to see miracles in the smallest things. You are not lost, not delayed, not forgotten. You are exactly where you are meant to be at the appointed time of my will. I bless you in this week with blessings over what you cannot yet see, blessings in what you are waiting for, and blessings even in the silence you do not yet understand. May the true light fill your home, your mind, and your soul. And when the dawn breaks, you will know that I have been there all along. May the Word of God continually remind you to live each day in His faith and love. Click follow and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the sacred and meaningful messages that God desires to share with you. May the Lord bless you abundantly. Amen.